Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for die-hard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video. If you want to be here for all Bengals news, hirings, firings, trades, all kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe. Today I want to get into who Eric Bienemy is. He's one of the hottest coaching candidates out right now. He's got a visit scheduled with the Bengals for Friday to interview for the head coaching position. I've done a couple videos on him already. If you want to check those out, why the Bengals should hire Eric Bienemy, check that out. I've also talked about him in the past. Shout out to my man Zim Hude for putting me on to this guy. He is the guy that I want. So breaking things down. Bienemy was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. In high school, he lettered in football and track and field at Bishop Amat High School in La Puente, California. And he was actually a second-team All-American his senior year. And he ran for 2,000 yards and scored 30 touchdowns. He was heavily recruited out of high school, but he ended up choosing the University of Colorado, where he was the nation's second leading rusher in 1990 with 1,600 yards, 17 touchdowns, and finished third in the Heisman race. He was nicknamed Scooter, and then he ended up starting a playing career in which he played for the Chargers, the team that he was drafted by, played for our Cincinnati Bengals for 4 seasons, and then played with the Eagles, then decided to start a coaching career in 2001. He started that coaching career at the University of Colorado. He then moved on to UCLA as a running backs coach, where he coached Maurice Jones-Drew. It was after that, after he spent that time there, he moved into the NFL rankings starting from 2006 to 2010 under Brad Childress, where he actually coached Adrian Peterson. It was also rumored that he kicked Adrian Peterson out of practice, or threatened to kick him out of practice, because he would not learn any pass blocking. But then he went back to Colorado as a running backs coach, where he was there for, well, actually not a running backs coach. He was an offensive coordinator there for a year, and then he joined Andy Reid's staff in 2013 and has been there ever since. And he came on as a running backs coach, so he actually was responsible for some of Jamal Charles's prime years that he had. Also, you would notice after the Jamal Charles era, Chandrick West and Spencer Ware were still productive running backs. He was spearheading that as well, and also introduced us to Kareem Hunt. It was this year that he was promoted to offensive coordinator, mostly because Matt Nagy left and went and got a head coaching job in Chicago, and Andy Reid felt like he looked at all sides of the field and thought that he would be the perfect guy for the offensive coordinator position. And this was a huge success, and although Bienemy didn't call plays for the offense, that's something that Doug Peterson never did, and he left and went on to win a Super Bowl, something that Matt Nagy didn't do. He still had a huge impact on this offense. During training camp, he was quoted as saying that he worked with Patrick Mahomes heavily and a lot of their position players to get the best out of him. And that's just his personality. He's a very fiery guy, a big motivator. And when he spent time with the Bengals, when he was actually here during those dark ages, he actually was one of the few players that were pretty positive and had a positive outlook on everything, no matter how bad the team was. He was also a guy that was very big into the weight room and was a guy that was very physical with players, and a lot of players actually liked Bienemy as a result. And there's a lot of players that said that they have loved him as a coach, especially Patrick Mahomes for sure. So Bienemy to me is the perfect guy for the job. My hope is that by this time tomorrow, the Bengals will have hired Eric Bienemy. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as usual, I will leave you with a who day all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.